San Antonio team that went 58-24, the NBA's best overall record during the regular campaign. In closeout situations, the Lakers this season, as compared to last year when they went 4-6, 2-0, able to close out Portland and Sacramento. Right now they're gunning for 19 straight wins. Anderson and the Lakers to the offense.
Well, you could see trying to get a little movement early, get Anderson to get that feeling of the ball going in the basket. Now he's missed all 9 shots of this series. Only played, though, 1 game.
Morris got off to the slow start on Friday, picking up a couple of fouls. Bit under the weather, says he's feeling much better. Antonio Daniels. David Robinson, who did come up strong on Friday night, kept alive by Duncan. Tim Duncan tried to bounce back from one of the worst games in his NBA career. Only a 3 for 14 from the field. Nice ball movement. Daniels for 3. Spurs just cannot buy one from downtown.
Well, the Lakers are so quick defensively, scrambling on that perimeter, and I've watched Antonio Daniels in this series, Marv. His three-point shot a little flat.
Rick Fox played by Derek Anderson. Shot clock is at 5. Shaq with 2 on the 24. O'Neal with the recovery.
See, that can't happen. You're in a big game right now, and that has to make Greg Popovich very unhappy. David Robinson forced a tough shot. They have to come up with a rebound. Mark, 22 offensive rebounds in Game 3.
Lakers with a 4-0 lead. Duncan. Spurs do get back. Kobe accelerates and hits.
This is bad news for the Spurs. They wanted to get out of the gate quickly. They dug themselves a 13-point hole in Game 3. They have not been able to hit a shot. The Lakers offensive rebounds, fast break points. Horace Grant hitting a jumper.
Lakers with an 8-2 lead. Fisher for 3.
This is demoralizing. You'd have to think that the Lakers can't keep playing this way and shooting this well. They just get better and better.
Here's Porter. It counts, and the foul. Terry Porter, who has been silent in this series, will head to the line. The foul on Bryant. During the regular season, San Antonio at 41%. That's the 3rd best mark ever in the history of the NBA since the three-point shot came into play. That was back in the 79-80 season. Anderson slashing his way and draws the foul. Here comes Kobe. Kobe Bryant has run a layup drill against the San Antonio Spurs throughout the series. Nice pass. Robinson could not hit. Daniels on the recovery. Antonio Daniels brings the Spurs within 4.
See, I like what the Spurs are doing, though. They just cannot get into a half-court game because the Lakers are defending them. Both of their big guys run well. Get up and down the floor. You saw Duncan make a great pass to Robinson. He didn't convert, but they got a chance for a second shot.
Shaquille O'Neal once again getting position on David Robinson.
Now that's a set play. Shaq gets deep in the post and Kobe throws right down the gut of the defense. The Spurs have to overplay that pass back to the top.
Man of defense as Duncan looks to make his move on Grant, then gives it up. Porter comes up short on that 3-point attempt. For the offensive foul. It's a charge, and that's his second personal.
Great position, and he's going to turn and just power the ball to the basket. So Antonio Daniels has to take that pass away. And this is what we were talking about, Marv. You talked about the layups and dunks. Look in Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. And already we've seen Kobe with 2 dunks and Shaq with 2. So they already have 4 in the game. We've only played 6 minutes.
And you saw that high number in Game 3. That was most disheartening to Greg Popovich as he watched his team in the second half. Bennett Salvatore, the outside official, calling the holding foul on Brian Shaw, who had just checked in. It's Bennett Salvatore, Ed F. Rush, Bernie Fryer working the game here this afternoon. Kobe Bryant sitting down after picking up a second foul, so Shaw has come on. Avery Johnson in for the first time for the Spurs.
The Spurs have to take advantage of Kobe sitting down now with foul trouble.
Derek Anderson out of control with that dribble.
Rick Fox is just his defense in the playoffs. We saw it against Stojakovic in Sacramento. We saw it in the Portland series. Now we see it here.
Drop step move by Shaq. He looked, I thought, as if he were affected on that very first shot attempt. First 30 seconds of the game, then was able to recover on the rebound, but Shaq looking just fine despite the sprained ankle.
I think what happens, you get it out of your mind that you're okay, and secondly, you get warmed up out there, and then you can get yourself moving a little better. David Robinson misses the easy one. Could have been a microcosm of this San Antonio series. They have just not been able to finish.
David Robinson 0 for 5 from the field here at the start after coming back with a solid game on Friday night. Nice backdoor pass from O'Neal, and Grant will go to the line. Fisher kept alive by O'Neal. Grant bottled up. Good play by Johnson, and now foul. Played by Porter. Shaq went down and fouled by Robinson. That's his second. 14th foul on the Spurs.
That means every time now the Lakers go to the basket and there's a foul, they'll shoot free throws the rest of the half. The lockup there as David Robinson and Shaq go down. Excuse me, Shaq goes down. David Robinson does get the foul.
Shaq looking around for the help. Terry Porter was there for a moment. Nice move, Shaquille O'Neal with the baseline fadeaway.
See, the problem you've got now, Duncan and Robinson both have 2 fouls. You're in a penalty. If somebody's going to take a foul, it's going to have to be somebody coming down and fouling Shaq off the ball.
Terry Porter coming up with air. Fox now guarded by Anderson. Now Duncan is defending on O'Neal.
Great pass.
Kobe passing on the perimeter shot. Fisher around Duncan. To the left. And the foul. Shot clock at 7. Another Spurs turnover. Shaq leads the break. Shaq. Pass for Kobe.
Look at Shaq. Look at Shaq put down the floor. You think he's having some fun? Thought he was Magic Johnson on that play.
Once again, the San Antonio Spurs are being dismantled.
Look at Shaquille on this play. Look at his eyes. I'm in the open court. I'm going to make a play. Comes down the floor, tongue wagging, looks away to Kobe, who drops it back, and then the powerful dunk, and then he's having some fun running back down the floor. There's nothing wrong with that ankle.
Playing with 3. Robert Horry missing on both. Horry on the rebound.
But who comes up with it? I mean, that's a missed free throw. This is exactly what the Lakers have done. They've wanted every loose ball just a little bit more.
Fox for 3. Antonio Daniels feeding the post. Robinson off the double team. And lost it. He thought it was foul. Kobe penetrates. Going glass.
It looked like the Spurs tried to take a foul. They grabbed his arm. Popovich might get ejected here. He's got to do something to get some life in his team. He felt that David Robinson was hammered in the lane. No call. Remember now, Phil got ejected in game 2. That gave his team some life.
And now the technical foul is called on Greg Popovich, arguing that it should have been a foul. There was close to a travel also on the part of David Robinson. Kobe Bryant now 12 points, 7 assists. There's Mark Matson, the rookie from Stanford, who played briefly right at the end of the first quarter. Coming on for Shaquille O'Neal, who has been brilliant once again. 8 for 12, 19 points, 7 rebounds, despite that left ankle sprain.
The one thing now you have to worry about if you're the Lakers, when Shaq sits, will he stiffen up with that ankle? Many times that happens, so we'll see how much rest Phil gives him before he brings him back in. But I wouldn't expect him to sit very, very long here, Marv.
Here's Sean Elliott, who did not play at all in Game 3. Fisher for 3. Robinson on the rebound. Lakers in the midst of a 9-0 run. Porter's pass broken up. Fox completes the fast break.
You know, Mark, what's an interesting statistic? The Spurs in this series are only turning the ball over a little over 12 times. But the Lakers have 9 steals. You can't defend against steals, so the turnovers are low, but the steals are high. That's why they're getting fast break points.
Brown wanted to travel on Sean Elliott. Sean Elliott, who's battled knee problems second half of the season and has just not been the same, has not been a factor. Foul by Fox. On the Spurs. I would pay to attend a wizard practice if Charles is in uniform and just watching you try to get his attention. All right, here's Duncan popping it out. Daniels for Elliott for 3. Rod Harper, who did not play at all in Game 3 on Friday night, checked in for the first time.
I think that's why Phil took that timeout, to get Harper and Shaq back in the game. Let Harper get a little bit of a run here with the big lead. As you said, he's not played much, Mark. But remember, we were in Sacramento for the one game when he came in, when Fox was in foul trouble, did a nice job on Stojakovic for about 3 minutes and really helped him hold on and finish off that series.
Antonio Daniels. So that's his 3rd bucket. 6 points for Daniels.
Marv, he's averaging 20 points in this series, and one of the reasons he's been able to score, he's one of the few guys that have the speed and quickness.
Oh, what a play! A touch pass from Fisher to set it up for O'Neal.
But to finish it on Daniels, he's one of the few guys that has the speed to get his own shot. Everybody else was so dependent on Duncan and Robinson. That's why he's been able to find a way to score, get to the free throw line.
On the other hand, he's had his problems as Malik Rose is able to hit from long range. Antonio Daniels has had his hands full in defending against Kobe Bryant, and then Greg Popovich decided to give it a go with Derek Anderson in Game 3. Anderson coming back from the shoulder injury. And an offensive foul is called. It's on Shaq. That's his 3rd. The crowd responding to the play of the Lakers. Harper for 3. Matson rejected. Ori, will it count? No. Robert Ori is appealing to Bennett Salvatore, the official who was on the baseline, and he may count it. Yes. A change of the call.
See what happened, Marv? The clock they heard was the 24-second shot clock. It didn't recycle when it should have, so
the basket will not count. It's a violation.
See, that's a 24-second shot clock violation. You see the double zeros there.
Daniels from downtown. So the Laker lead is now 67-49. Lakers have led by as many as 26. A reach-in foul on the Spurs. Bennett Salvatore telling Antonio Daniels, I don't want to discuss it, as Porter picked up the foul.
Now, these are all the #1 ranks that the Spurs had in the regular season. And look what they've done in this series. Minus 20-point differential. Look at the 3-point field goal percentage. The opponent's 3-point. I mean, they have been taken out of their entire game by the Laker defense. But right now they're trying to claw back in it, and the Lakers are giving them that opportunity. They're sort of sleepwalking right now at this halftime.
And Duncan is fouled. Foul on Grant. That's 4 on Grant. This is actually the best stretch of the game that San Antonio has been able to put together. They have outscored the Lakers 8-3 here at the start of the third quarter. Robert Horry will check back in, coming on for Horace Grant.
Marv, you get a sense that we might not see Derek Anderson anymore. Ferry starting this half instead of Derek Anderson. Maybe that shoulder really is bothering him.
Horry defending on Duncan. He's done a good job throughout the series on Tim Duncan, but picks up the foul. That's the second on Horry. Oh, he went behind the back as he tried to elude Duncan and deflected it out of bounds. Good idea. Didn't work.
Yeah, he had the presence of mind to know the defender was coming up behind him, and he tried to all in one motion get a see. He sees Duncan, and he tries to wrap it around behind his back, just could not get a good handle on it.
We have played 5 minutes on this third quarter. Duncan thought he had position. Robinson, he's been way off.
Yeah, that barely grazed front rim.
Fox taking it to the rim. Here's Porter unleashing for 3. So Terry Porter hitting from downtown. 8 points for Porter. Lakers now lead 70-53.
So we have not seen any of that because the Lakers have scored so easily. You have not been able to see the Spurs get out and run, spot up, and shoot those shots. That's what they do best when they can get their feet set and shoot that little jump shot. Porter's wide open on that play.
Bryant played by the double. Bryant somehow able to work himself through.
Just squeezed through two defenders. He is so lightning quick.
Again, the open shot for Porter as Horry stepped away in a mix-up defensively. He thought that Bryant would switch off.
When you see a team lose this kind of concentration, it's when you get a big lead. And right now, the Lakers are just sort of going through the motions defensively. That can't make Phil happy, but you know what? He's going to let him work it out. He always does.
Fisher for 3. Derek Fisher with 17 points. That's his 3rd from downtown. He's 3 for 4 from beyond the three-point line. Foul on Bryant. That's number 4. And a timeout is taken with 5:26 left in the third quarter. Finding the open Derek Fisher, who fires and hits from deep in the corner. Lakers up by 20. David Robinson, Tim Duncan deflecting it out of bounds. Kobe getting a rest. Let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, Marv. Well, Derek Anderson is done for the day. He is icing right now his right shoulder. He is having some cramps in his right arm. And Will Sevening, the trainer, confirming to us that he will not return today. And should the series go on, it will be day-to-day. They just don't know his availability, but he is definitely through for the rest of this game. Marv?
All right, Jim. Derek Anderson had a rough time once again today, as he did in making his return in Game 3. Porter fires the 3. Lakers now have Robert Horry up front with Shaquille O'Neal and Rick Fox, Brian Shaw, and Derek Fisher in the backcourt.
You know, Marv, even through this lull by the Lakers, San Antonio's only been able to take 3 points off the lead, and now we're down to almost 8 minutes in the quarter that they've lost. So time's slipping away right now. They have got to put something together.
Getting back to the San Antonio Spurs, and then Popovich talked to us yesterday. They go through practice as players all saying the right things. Here's Avery Johnson, and then they come out, and it's the same situation.
You know what? It's easy to talk about believing as we see Mad Dog Madsen taking it to the hoop on Tim Duncan, one of the most popular players on this Laker team with his hard work and energy and what he brings. 5 fouls now on Duncan. And when you know it, Mark Madsen going to the basket, getting a foul on Duncan. That's sort of been the day for the San Antonio Spurs. Once again, the Lakers up by 22.
79-57 lead. David Robinson is back on the floor, coming on for Tim Duncan. Avery Johnson. That's his second field goal. Lakers now have Fox, Ori, and Matson up front with Shaw and Fisher in the backcourt. Los Angeles Lakers on their way to a 19th straight win. Fox from downtown. He's had a terrific shooting ball game. 12 points for Fox. That's his third three.
So Kobe and Shaq sit. So what happens? Rick Fox steps out and hits a three.
Steve Kerr. Kerr and Johnson now in the backcourt. Rose, Robinson, and Elliott up front. Malik Rose got the step.
Robert Horry sort of looked over to Mark Madsen and said, I can't help you on that. When you see Robert Horry, looks like he's limping, Marv, as he's coming down the floor. Remember, he got banged in his leg early in the quarter.
And it's a 3-second violation on Matson. On the open shot and fired away.
And what he used to always say, you know why you're open out there? Because you can't make that one. Pass it.
Derek Fisher with 19 points. Johnson eluding Fisher, and Robinson puts it down. So the Lakers now lead 84-63, under a minute to go in this third quarter, and we're headed for our second consecutive game of extensive garbage time, unless there is a dramatic turn by the San Antonio Spurs. Mark Madsen with a rainbow one-hander. Wait a moment.
I guess he feels like shooting is contagious. So to take that one.
Foul is called on Shaw. Coming to NBC. Now the question is, can they become the first NBA team to run the table in the postseason? Johnson with the follow. Final seconds of this third quarter. Here's Robinson. So we're three complete at Staples. It's the Lakers 86 and the Spurs 66. What's on a performance? Fourth quarter is underway. Robinson. And Bryant able to reach for the rebound. Lakers with an 86-66 lead. Shaquille O'Neal is back up front with Mark Madsen. And a three-guard offense being utilized here by Phil Jackson. Teron Lewis come on. He's with Kobe Bryant and Brian Shaw. 3 on the shot clock. Here's Kobe to the fadeaway. Johnson lost to Lou, getting a piece of it from behind. Kobe with a crossover. Madsen for O'Neal.
Shaq loves Mark Madsen. He is really taking him under his wing. I'm sure the Mad Dog really thrilled. He got him a nice assist there to Shaq.
Mark Madsen, the Lakers' #1 pick in the draft. Next to the final selection on the first round. Here's Kerr. Lakers continue to show energy here at the start of this fourth quarter.
I think that's why Phil put Teron Lue into the game, so they could get some more of that energy. They were a little bit of a lull in that third period, but that's to be expected.
Lue for three. Crowd chanting for Teron Lue. Sean Elliott.
Shot. I mean, what has happened to this team? You look at Derek Anderson now. He's out with his shoulder. Antonio Daniels. Only what's going through these guys' minds. Never in their wildest dreams, I don't think, did they ever imagine they would get dismantled and embarrassed like they are right now.
Bryant with the step and hit from behind by Elliott. Well, the Spurs are now shooting only 38% from the field. Lakers. Here's Brian Shaw for three. Avery Johnson, Danny Ferry, David Robinson, and Tim Duncan both back on the floor. Antonio Daniels Daniels to the reverse.
Again, that's that speed that the Spurs so desperately need. And, Marv, I think when they start looking at their team over the summer, they're going to have to say, what are we going to have to do if we want to beat the Lakers? And you know what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to add some speed on that perimeter.
Here's Bryant giving it back. Fisher for three. Yes! 22 points for Derek Fisher. He is 4 of 5 from downtown. He has had another magnificent ball game. Daniels for three.
See, that's the difference. Fisher's knocking his down. Antonio Daniels isn't. And when you look on the season, it should just be the other way around.
Here's Bryant from downtown.
How about that hustle right there by Horace Grant now? Between both Duncan and Robinson, they're up 22 points. The shot goes up, and Horace wants it more. Years. It is not putting on a loose ball, and they're up 24 points.
It has been another game of near perfection. Matson is rejected. Near perfection by these Los Angeles Lakers. And they will look ahead to meet the winner between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. Grant with another rebound.
That's got to kill Greg Popovich. It has to kill him. He's over there, and he just sees Horace Grant going up over both of his big men and taking the ball away.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Certainly a part of the motivation for the Los Angeles Lakers. Robinson with a nice jump hook from the baseline. The fact that the Spurs, the team that swept the Lakers out of the playoffs back in 1999, on their way to a championship that was labeled an asterisk title by Phil Jackson, although he did pull away from that.
I broadcast that series, and I'll never forget that Tim Duncan. No, that can't be Derek Fisher throwing another one in. Come on, Fish, give us a break here.
He looks like he can't believe it. 28 for Fisher. He's 11 of 13 from the field.
And now we start talking about how much rest are the Lakers going to get. If that Eastern Conference Series goes 6 games, they're going to get 10 days rest. You say, well, rest or rust. But you know what? When you've got guys banged up a little bit, Shaq's ankle, you want the rest. And more importantly, Phil Jackson's been through us a lot. So he knows how much practice, how much work they need to do to be fresh and at their best in the finals.
And this crowd singing goodbye to the San Antonio Spurs. Walker coming up short. So the Lakers can look forward to at least a week's rest, with the Bucks and the Sixers battling it out. Game number 4 tomorrow. With just under 3 to go in this fourth quarter. Toronto.
Boy, this is going to be tough for the San Antonio Spurs to taste this all summer long. The Spurs are in that city kings, and Marv, I know when you lose in the playoffs, especially when you get this deep and you get beat this badly, you're going to feel this all summer long until November when that ball is tipped up again.
And this is somewhat different because it's a stunner to be swept so decisively.
Yes, I agree with that.
Coming off the best record in the NBA, 24-second violation. Spurs going 58 and 24 during the regular season, but on their way to being swept by the Lakers. And the Lakers lost both games against the Milwaukee Bucks this season as Sam Cassell and Ray Allen provided the spark for Milwaukee. Kobe Bryant missed time after an injury in Milwaukee, so not fond memories for the Lakers against the Bucks this year. Lakers and Sixers split their season series with Kobe putting on a show in the Laker victory, and Allen Iverson poured home 40 points in the Sixer win on Valentine's Day.
Big man, he needed him to get ready, that he would be there, and the big fellow responded, and we saw it right after that All-Star break. Kobe came back from his injuries and being banged around, and right now these two guys, I don't think there's enough adjectives to talk about what they've done and how well they have played.
Yes, and it counts. So the Lakers getting it now from the reserves. First it was Devin George, and then Tyronn Lue.
You know you've got a team when the reserves are in the game. It's a blowout, and you look over at the bench, and Kobe's up, Shaq is up, and they're really cheering for their teammates. That's when you know you've come together. We saw that in Game 2 in San Antonio when Phil got thrown out. The bench was so into that game. I thought that was a key factor in them finding a way to win and put that series at 2 up.
Samaki Walker coming up short, and it will be Laker ball. And this capacity crowd on its feet. Lakers continue to force turnovers. To realize what the future holds for Avery Johnson and several other of the San Antonio Spurs. And the Spurs just winding it down. The Los Angeles Lakers running the table through the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. 19 straight wins. 11-0 in the postseason. Their 3rd consecutive sweep as they defeat the Spurs 111 to 82. Shaquille O'Neal, 26 points, 10 rebounds. Kobe Bryant, 24 points, 10 assists. Derek Fisher on fire from downtown, 28 points in all. Shaq and his dad, Philip Harrison. There's Derek Fisher for the series. Kobe averages better than 33 per game. Shaq at 27.
Why, Shaq, a couple of years ago, you were swept by the San Antonio Spurs. They broke your heart, and you knew how bad that felt. How much of a motive was that in this series?
You know, we knew that this was going to be a great test for us. However, if we kept playing the way we've been playing, moving the ball, everybody getting involved, Kobe's doing a beautiful job getting everybody involved, we knew that we had a great chance of winning this thing. And, you know, we went up there, got 2 at their place, and, you know, we played great at home, and, you know, we just wanted to finish it out, and we did that.
NBA Special Assistant to the Commissioner, Bob Lanier. Bob Lanier is now presenting the Western Conference Championship Trophy to Mitch Kupchak, General Manager of the Lakers, and the entire 2001 NBA Western Conference Champions.
Kobe, congratulations to you. I know this is just the first step in what you hope is another championship. Is that why we're still seeing the serious side? It's not all accomplished yet?
Well, you know, it's an enjoyable moment for us to win the Western Conference Championship. You know, to sweep a team like San Antonio means so much to us, but there's so much work to be done. Because
they broke your heart a couple of years ago when they swept the Lakers. How much of an incentive was that for the series?
Well, today I think we use it as motivation to come out and play harder and to stay focused on this team because they did sweep us in '99. So we kind of wanted to return the favor somewhat.
Kobe, we look forward to seeing you in the finals. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.